The tall tale of Brian Williams, NBC nightly news anchor, has taken a strange twist. CNN came to defend the competing network anchor, and now their story has been debunked as a hoax as well. If you're not familiar with the story, Brian Williams, the NBC nightly news anchor and chief editor, has been caught in a misremembering, he says, an Orwellian doublespeak translation for lying about being aboard an aircraft that he says was shot down with an RPG when he was covering the war in Iraq. And then it turns out he was in an aircraft and a helicopter behind one that actually did get hit. And like I said, his went and successfully completed their mission and then came and joined the other ones an hour or two later. So CNN aired an interview trying to defend him, saying, well, he misremembered that it was hit by small arms fire. It wasn't hit by an RPG, so he's not really a liar. He misspoke. He meant to say it was hit by small arms fire, not an RPG. And that story has now been completely debunked. The supposed pilot is now questioning his memories after the real pilot has come forward and said that no, Brian Williams did not even sustain small arms fire. The only thing that hit their aircraft was dust in the desert. And so the Twitter account of this man now disabled. So who knows if he actually even was the pilot? CNN's vetting process is so horrible. They got this guy because he simply tweeted to CNN and said that he was the pilot, and then they contacted him and put him on the air. Okay, so this is probably just one big psyop, again, to try to protect the fake integrity of the mainstream media. You know, why would CNN come to defend Brian Williams? Well, because at the top, these big networks all work in concert with each other, and Brian Williams, the chief editor of the NBC Nightly News, you know, the guy that always sounds like he's got the flu. I'm Brian Williams. So he's probably going to get fired now. And the story, this is really just a footnote. I mean, the bigger story is that all of the networks actually lied about the war to begin with. Not to mention 9/11 and just about everything every day. But all of the networks were willing accomplices in this con, and it's now thoroughly been debunked. Too bad America wasn't as outraged about the fraud that led to this war. The fraud that led to 1 million dead innocent Iraqi civilians. Who knows? I've lost track of how many American soldiers have been killed. Thousands. Many, tens of thousands maimed. Just missing legs, missing arms, burnt. Just a horrific consequence to this con. You know, the fake documents that were said to have been the evidence for Iraq building nuclear weapons. They're admitted to be fake. It's a total con job. So I don't know why America is not just completely outraged at all of the networks for this. But Tom Brokaw, the former anchor of the NBC News, is saying that Brian Williams should be fired. Tom Brokaw, a very respected man in the industry, and now Brian Williams reporting about Hurricane Katrina is coming under fire as well. So it looks like his career is almost toast. He misremembered, apparently, when he was covering Hurricane Katrina, that his hotel was taken over by terrorists, and he was seeing dead bodies floating down outside when it came out that the hotel that he was at didn't have any terrorists or any gangs taking over, and there was no flooding where he was at. So, goodbye, Brian Williams. Your career is all but toast.